It began with a war. Lucifer discovered the plans God had for his next creation, a species that could reproduce and provide him an infinite number of beings to worship him for all eternity. This enraged Lucifer in disbelief that his father could be such a tyrant, and he responded by forming an army and confronting God for his atrocious plan. Lucifer charged the throne room and stood before his brother Michael and their father, calling them out for their crimes. Michael attempted to silence him, calling out his blasphemy, but Lucifer was undeterred. Finally, God stood from his throne and demanded for Lucifer to kneel. He felt it, the oppressive force that had previously forced him to obey. Lucifer would not obey. He stood firmly and denounced God, calling him by his true name, Demiurge. Michael was stunned by his brother's insolence, and Demiurge gave his son one last chance to yield. Lucifer refused to listen to such a vile fiend, declaring that due to Demiurge's plan, he recognizes that anyone in heaven would be more deserving of the title of God. Lucifer even specified that he himself would make a better god than Demiurge, informing him how much of a failure he has to be for his greatest worshipper to be more deserving than him. Instead of being further enraged, Demiurge was intrigued. This was the first time anyone had ever challenged him like this, and he wanted to see how far it would go. With a snap of his fingers, the three of them were no longer within the throne room, no longer within heaven. Instead, they stood within the vastness of the community gap, staring out among two planets, one magmatic and still cooling, the other covered in water, with land still forming. Demiurge decided to change the war of heaven into a competition. Lucifer would have access to the magmatic planet, Michael would have access to the water planet, and they would have 5 billion years to develop their own creations as they deem fit. If Lucifer's creations are deemed superior to Michael's, Demiurge would concede to his point and hand down the title of God to him. But if Michael's creations are deemed superior to Lucifer's, then Demiurge would maintain his title, and he would wipe Lucifer off the face of existence. Each brother was given 6 helpers, and Metatron and Azrael would oversee the progress. With one final word of luck to both brothers, Demiurge vanished. Lucifer and his assistants, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Belphegor, Mammon, Leviathan, and Satan, moved down to the magnetic planet, hope minimal due to the state of the landscape. They do not have access to the power of creation that Demiurge has, and nothing on that planet had anything they could work with. At least, nothing visible to the naked eye. Asmodeus felt a faint sense of life somewhere on the planet. Searching throughout the planet, he found a small puddle covering a thermal vent, and while they could not see anything, he could feel life down below, getting everyone else's attention. Lucifer and Belphegor recognized that there was a minuscule life within the puddle, giving them something to work with. And from there, the 7 demon lords began to work. Meanwhile, Michael and his assistants, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, Raguel, Ramiel, and Sariel, went to the aquatic planet. Life had already begun within the oceans, and both plant and fungal life were spread across what small land masses currently exist. Despite the challenge only just beginning, Michael felt confident in his place, and none of the other archangels had any doubt that they would win this competition. All the while, none of them realized the wave of deities that decided to participate in the competition as well.